In this video, I want to provide you with a demonstration on how to create a plumbing plan and a plumbing plan legend. This is an example of the plumbing plan you will be making with the granny house file you were provided when you had to create an electrical plan for the granny house. Anytime you develop a plumbing plan, unless you are given specific information otherwise, you will need to assume the following. The brown lines will represent our waste water lines or our sewer lines. The red lines will represent our hot water lines, and the blue lines will represent our cold water lines. We really have a simple layout for our plumbing plan. The main water supply line will supply cold water to the granny house. This includes providing water to the hot water heater, which will heat the water and distribute hot water throughout the structure. The location of the water main, which is where the main water supply line will tie into the main water line, is approximate and will be located during construction, and the plan will be adjusted accordingly. The location of the main waste cleanout or our sewer cleanout, which is where our main waste line will tie into the main sanitary sewer system, will also be approximate and will be located during construction, and the plan will be adjusted accordingly. We are assuming that the site that the granny house will be constructed on already has a water meter and a cleanout for us to tie our lines into. Therefore, we are assuming that the location of the water meter will be somewhere to the right of the granny house, and the location of the sewer cleanout will be somewhere in front of the granny house. Also keep in mind that everything we do for any plumbing plan is really nothing more than a schematic and can be adjusted and changed during construction. Now, let's go into Autodesk Rivet to see how you'd make this plumbing plan. Once you open the granny house file that you downloaded when you had to create the electrical plan for the granny house, you need to first make a duplicated view of your floor level. To do that, you right-click on Floor and choose Duplicate View, and then just choose Duplicate. Next, you will need to rename Floor Copy 1. So you would want to right-click on Floor Copy 1 and choose Rename. We're just going to call this Plumbing Plan. Now that you have a plumbing plan level made, we need to turn off some things that we just do not need for a plumbing plan. First, I want you to notice that when we made a duplicated view of our floor plan or our floor level, it did not bring over the dimensions, and that is a good thing. We do not need to see any dimensions for this plumbing plan, but we do need to turn off some furniture. Now we're going to turn off this bed, the nightstands, this chair, this table, the TV and the TV stand, this dining room table. We're also going to turn off this typical wall section cutout. We're going to leave on the appliances, the cabinets, the countertops, anything that kind of helps locate like the sink and just the general layout of where some plumbing fixtures might be. We're going to leave those items on. So we would obviously want to leave on everything in the bathroom. We're going to leave on the hot water heater, the washer and dryer. We're going to leave on pretty much everything in the kitchen. So let's turn off first this typical wall section cutout. To hide that, you would right click over the tail and choose Hide in View and choose Elements. Now we're going to turn off the furniture, so we can right click over a piece of furniture and choose Hide in View. We are going to choose just Elements. We are not going to choose Category because it may turn off a little bit too much. So we're going to turn these off individually, and we'll do that pretty quickly. Again, I'm just right-clicking on each piece of furniture or any item that I do not need. If you duplicated your floor plan and it still happened to have some electrical plan stuff on there, or if you have not turned off your electrical plan symbols, your lights, your outlets and your switches, and you duplicated your floor plan, some of those items may have also been copied over for this level, and you would want to turn those off as well. So if you'll just really take a good look at what you see here on the screen, this is pretty much all that we need to create our plumbing plan. We're now ready to start locating our hot and cold water handles for our sinks and our shower, and also the location of our drains. We're going to place 2-inch circles anywhere we have a hot or cold water handle or a drain. We also need some 2-inch circles at our hot water heater. To place our circles and our lines, we're going to go to Annotate and choose Detail Line. It may ask you at this point to save your project, so you'll want to save your project if it asks you to do so. It's also good practice just to save every few minutes or in between when you do something major, just to make sure you save your project. And in some cases, Rivet sometimes becomes overloaded and it may crash and you end up losing things that you have not saved. So now we're ready to start drawing our circle. So we're in Annotate, we went to Detailed Line, and now we can either start drawing our lines or we can draw a circle. Now, if you'll notice right here, it says lines. This is the type of line that we're going to draw. So I've already installed in this file a hot water line, a cold water line, which is at the top, and we also have one for waste. So we're only going to show our cold and hot and our waste lines in this plan. So first, I'm just going to zoom in to where we need to place some of these items. So I'm just going to start with, let's just start with the hot water. So I'm going to go to hot water and I'm going to go to circle, and your hot water lines usually go on the left. And so I'm just going to place a 2-inch circle. So now I'm going to go anywhere else I need a 2-inch circle for our hot water lines and place that 2-inch circle. So I'm going to place a 2-inch circle located just about right here for our where the hot water will leave the water heater. I'm also going to provide a circle just about right here, even though this is not exactly where the hot water line will be for the cold water. It actually be somewhere up behind the washer, but I'm going to put just a circle there just to represent that is where hot water needs to be run to. We also have hot water located here at this sink in the bathroom, so we're going to place a 2-inch circle there. And then we're just going to assume that the handles for these for the shower are going to be right on the wall. So we're going to place just a 2-inch circle right here. Now let's go back up to the top and go back to our kitchen. This time we're going to change this to cold water. And then we're going to place 2-inch lines where we have cold water lines for the handles. So we have a cold water line that needs to be run for this handle, which will turn on the cold water here. We also need to provide a cold water location or a tie-in somewhere for our hot water heater. So when the cold water comes into the house, it's going to come directly to this location, fill up this tank. The hot water heater will heat up the water, and then it will leave the hot water heater at the hot water location here that we already drew. So I'm going to put in a cold water line or a location where that 2-inch line needs to be, or 2-inch circle needs to be, to represent where our cold water line will be. Then we need to go down to this handle of the sink, and we'll place another 2-inch circle there. And then we're going to place a 2-inch circle somewhere about right here will be fine. Again, this is all schematic. This is just to show a plumber where certain things are needed. We need to also provide a cold water line to the toilet here. So usually the line is located somewhere on the left side, so we'll go ahead and place that there, just about in this location here. So now we have I think pretty much all of the locations where we need to run hot and cold water to. Now let's go and do the drains. So let's change our line type to waste, And then we're just going to place a 2-inch line or circle here at this drain, and also a 2-inch circle here at this drain. We also have we probably need to put a drain somewhere here, so that maybe this hot water heater is going to be placed in some sort of tray or plastic container at the bottom, so that if this thing ever leaks, the water will be captured and it will not cause damage to the structure of the home. So we're going to put a drain here just so the plumber and the owner, the contractor, can decide how they want to make sure that any water that is lost here will be drained from this location. We also need to put a drain line somewhere for our washer here. So we're just going to put that, we'll try to put it right here in the middle between these two. Again, it's all schematic. It does not have to be perfect. We also need to have a waste line for our toilet here. So again, the toilet, each one is a little bit different in when you buy them, so we don't have to be exact, but we'll just put the drain line right here. And then we're going to put a drain or a circle for the drain for the sink here. And then we're going to put a 2-inch circle for this drain of the shower right here. Now we have all of our circles for any hot water line, cold water line, or anywhere we have a drain for our waste lines. Now we're ready to start adding in our actual lines. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm still in the detailed line command, so I'm going to choose line this time. So we can start with our waste since we're already in our waste line. So again, this is all schematic. So we're just going to start with this drain here, and I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to just go somewhere just about right here, and then I'm just going to come all the way through the house or the wall right here. And then we're just going to bring this, because we're going to assume this is pretty much our main line, or at least it's going to represent our main line. And we're just going to run it somewhere outside of this area. So I'm going to click on this line. I've hit escape, and notice my crop region is cutting off that line, but we're going to assume this is going to continue on to the clean out. So I've kind of drawn this first line. The next thing I need to do is just simply go to detailed line and just draw a line from this drain, and we're just going to tie in straight there. At this point, it's starting to get a little confusing here because we got a lot of lines for our tiles in our kitchen. So notice that the circles and the lines and the colors are sometimes kind of hard to see. So if that is the case for you, you can go to view and you can turn off thin lines so that you can see the thickness of your lines, which may help you visualize some of what you're doing here. So the next thing we're going to do is go to go back to annotate, go back to detailed line, go leave it on line, and I'm going to draw a line from this circle, this drain circle, and just go straight to our drain line. We're going to do the same thing here from this drain straight to this line. Then we're going to go from the toilet, we're going to go from this circle straight to the drain line. Again, all of this is schematic, and all of this can be changed and adjusted as the contractor sees fit. So next thing we're going to do is go from here to straight into here, which makes me want to change this up a little bit. Notice I went straight from this drain of the sink straight to the drain. I'm going to remove that line, and I'm going to actually just draw a line straight from this drain to this drain. So, or this line that comes from the shower. I think that ties in a little bit neater. Next thing we're going to do is draw in our hot water lines. So if you'll kind of want to follow along here, I think it's good to assume that our hot water lines are going to come from here. So we're just going to draw a line straight over somewhere, and we're going to stop right there. And then we're going to come up to this line, and we're going to go to detailed line and start our hot water line here, and just go straight down till it intersects here. And then I can trim off, or just click on this line and drag it back so that it intersects here. You can also use this command right here, which is the trim extend to corner, and you can choose your two lines and it will trim off, trim out that corner for you. Next, we are going to just go straight to line again, and we're just going to run this hot water line from this shower, and we're just going to run it straight to this line right here. Next, we're going to take a hot water line from this shower or this sink, and you can do this a lot of different ways. You can actually pull this out and then over. We'll kind of do something like this. So we'll assume somewhere under the structure they will tie in the hot water lines together. Actually, I don't really like that just because of how it crosses over our blue. So I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to go back to here. Just kind of go somewhere out in this location, and then I'll just come over here and tie in. Again, it's schematic, but I want to make it clear as well. So make any changes that you think you need to make. Next, I'm going to go to detail line, leave it on hot water, go from this line, and I'm going to go straight out to this hot water line right there. And then I think we have all the hot water lines that we need. Now we can go back to detailed line and change it to cold water, which is just above. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. So we're going to work from the inside out. So we're going to go ahead and create our main supply line, which will basically represent the line that will be run to the meter. So we're going to assume that this line right here runs down and out of the structure and towards the water meter. So this will be our main water supply line that comes from the water meter. So from that line, we can do several things. Obviously, it's going to supply the hot water heater, but we can also come off of this cold water line to run the rest of the lines that we need for this house. So as I did before, I'm going to come and bring this line somewhere over here, and then I will go up to this cold water line and just bring me a line straight down. And then I will use this command here, the corner feature, and just kind of trim that up. And then I'm going to go to annotate detail line. I'm going to go to this blue circle here for this cold water line, and let's see where this goes to. We're going to tie it in right there, although they'll probably run this at an angle and tie it in perfectly. We're just going to keep it just like that. And then this one, we're going to pull this out somewhere out in this general area, and then we'll just pull this line over like that. And then for the toilet, we will pull this line straight over to there. That will supply water to the toilet. And then for the washer, we will just take a line from this blue circle here and pull it straight over to there. So now, just kind of looking over, we have everything but one little thing. So this is where our refrigerator is located. Most refrigerators have an ice box. Obviously, to create ice, it needs water. So one thing we did not do is put a circle for the blue line. So the plumber needs to know that when they're running water lines, they need a supply line run to this general location. So we're going to go back to detail line. We're going to go back to circle. We're going to place a 2-inch circle somewhere on the back of the refrigerator, so we can tell the plumber we want to run a water line there. Surprisingly, there are some people who choose not to have a water line running to their refrigerator, because these lines that run from the water line to the actual refrigerator are a lot smaller, and they sometimes crack and they will cause leaks. And it's hard to get to, or sometimes even notice when there is a leak, because it's behind the refrigerator. And so some people opt not to have water run to their refrigerator. And that is a choice of an owner, and that decision can be made much later. But for us, as we are creating plumbing plans, we need to include that line, and then they can choose not to install it later. So now that we've drawn all of our water lines, we have pretty much everything, I think, handled here. We have cold water to the washer, running to the hot water heater, to all these locations. All the hot water lines are run. All the drain lines have been run. Now we're just ready to create a plumbing legend. To create a plumbing legend, if you'll simply go to View and then look for the Legends button, you'll want to choose Legend. We're going to call this one Plumbing Plan Legend. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy this text. I'm going to highlight my text here that I just typed it. I'm going to hold down Control on my keyboard and choose C. So I'm choosing Control C, and that way I don't have to retype that later when I create my first title. So I'm going to go straight into Annotate. I'm going to go to Text, and I'm going to change the text type to Sheet Titles. I'm just going to place it somewhere here, and I'm going to hit Control V this time to paste my plumbing plan text. And so just looking at it, I always like to bolden my text that is a title and underline it. And if you want to center justify, you can always choose to do that later, but I'll do that now. So now we have our main title. Our legend for our plumbing plan is very, very simple. So we're simply just going to go back to Annotate, not Analyze, but Annotate, Detailed Line. And we're going to start with our cold water. Luckily, we're on that. So I'm just going to start it somewhere about right here. And I'm just going to draw, let's draw a little 6-foot line. And I'm going to hit Escape. And I'm going to change my line type. And I'm going to choose hot water. And then I'm going to come down maybe 2 foot down below that and draw another 6-foot line. And I'm going to hit Escape. I hit Escape too many times. But I'm going to change my hot water line to waste. And then I'm going to draw another 6-foot line that will represent my waistline. Then I'm going to go to Text and go to General Text. And then somewhere to the right of the cold water line, I'm just going to click here and just type in cold water. And then I can always slide it up and move it over. And then I'll go back to text and I will click somewhere here and type in hot water. Let's go ahead and do this again and do waste line. And then I can click on my text and just kind of center it up with the line, make it look nice and neat. So now you can see that my text and my lines are in and my title's kind of off center a little bit. So I'm going to center this up. I'm going to slide this over now so that everything looks kind of centered. And then there's my plumbing plan legend. So let's just go ahead and create the sheets for the plumbing plan and the plumbing plan legend. To create these sheets, we simply need to scroll down to our plumbing plan sheet, which is P1 plumbing plan. We'll double click on it, and the sheet, the border is already filled out for us. What we need to do is scroll back up where we can see the plumbing plan level here, and just click on it and just drag it over. And I'm going to let go somewhere in this general area, and I will just place it right about here. And then I'm going to scroll down until I find the section called Legends, and I have the plumbing plan legend here. So I'm going to click on that legend and just click and drag. I'm holding down my left button on my mouse, and when I get in the general area that I want to place it, I'm going to let go, and then I'm going to just place it right about here. So what you'll need to do at this point, if you need to, you can look at this and see if you need to slide something down or around, move around, but this generally looks okay, so this looks good. But if you remember on our electrical plan, we had a title here. We had electrical plan and we had the scale. What I'm going to do is just click on this, and I'm going to hit Control C. I'm going to copy that text, that title. I'm going to go back to my plumbing plan, and I'm just going to hit Control V. And then I'm just going to place it somewhere in this general area. And if you have to, if it goes to the wrong spot, as it did for me, you can just click on it and drag it down, double click in it, and then we'll change electrical to plumbing. And now we have our title made. So This sheet is now final. We've created the plumbing plan. We've created the legend. I am going to slide this legend up just a little bit to get it away from my title. Put a little bit more space there. Now we're ready to print this sheet. To print this sheet, or what I like to call creating a PDF, we're going to go up to print. You could also choose file print. Make sure your printer is the Microsoft Print to PDF. And then we're going to select the views or sheets, and then I'm going to choose select. Next, I'm going to scroll down, and my A1 floor plan has been chosen. I'm going to unselect that, and I'm going to select just the plumbing plan, and I'm going to click OK. Once I have selected my printer, and once I've selected my sheet, if you happen to, in some cases like we did with the electrical plan, if you have multiple sheets that you've created and you want to create one PDF with all those sheets in that one PDF, you'd want to choose combine multiple selected views or sheets into a single file. I think it's good practice just to get in the habit of choosing that. And then we're going to click OK. And once it does that, it's going to ask us to save this PDF in a location. I will tell you to save this PDF of your plumbing plan into your OneDrive, and that will be the file that you would need to submit to me in Schoology.